Hi guys. All right, welcome to Unit 9, Lesson 4, Measures of Center. So really, you've learned this stuff before. I know that starting probably in 4th grade, 5th grade, and especially in 6th grade, you've heard of mean, median, and mode. And so that's really what this is about. They're adding in new definitions like measure of center or quantitative data. Okay, so let's talk about what all of these mean. So let me start here. Quantitative data means data that can be measured or counted. So data that has numbers involved. Okay. Measure of center, a measure that describes the typical value of a data set. And then the theory that you probably know already or have worked with in the past, mean, that's the sum of the data divided by the number of data values, also called the average. Median is the middle value in a data set. Now, one important key is that they have to be written in order for that to be true or to find it. And then the mode, the most frequent value in a data set. And sometimes there isn't a mode, all right? So that's important to note as well. With this first example, it's also number 1 on your practice. The temperatures in degrees Fahrenheit in a city on randomly selected days during the summer are 89, 85, 90, 87, 86, 91, 88, and 89. What is the mean temperature? Round to 1 decimal place. All right, so the mean, also known as the average, that is where you add everything up. So in this case, we're going to add 89 plus 85 plus 90 plus 87 plus 86 plus 91 plus 88 and 89. We add all of them up and then we divide that by how many numbers we added together. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that whole thing is going to be divided by 8. So I'm not going to do that on paper right now. If you want to do that, by all means, go for it. But let's see here. Let me squeeze everything in here. That fits pretty good. All right, we've got 89 plus 85 plus 90 plus 87 plus 86, 91 plus 88 plus 89. I'm pretty sure that gives us 705. Now, let's see, it does fit them all there. That's nice. Let's see, we got 89, 85, 90, 87, 86, 91, 88, and 89. Okay, good. I just wanted to make sure that I actually added all of them. All right, now we'll do 705 divided by 8. Okay, that gives us 88.125. Now, the question specified round to 1 decimal place. So, that'd be right here. This is our first decimal place. So, in order to round, remember, look to the right of it. If it's 4 or less, it stays the same, and everything else gets dropped off. So, this would be 88.1. That is the average temperature for those 8 days. Okay, number 2, I chose this one because of how the data was presented. It's presented in something called a stem and leaf plot, which we really haven't talked about yet. And so I thought it was important for us to figure out how to read a stem and leaf plot. So with this, and it gives you a key. It tells you, it says 2 and then the big line and then an 8 on the other side means 28 years. So for this, we're finding the median age. Well, in order to find the median age, I need to know what are all of these numbers. You can try to figure out the middle, right? That's what the median is. Median's the middle. By just doing it in here, but I find that complicated. I like to list them out. So let's see, we know we have 28. That's this one. I'm going to cross them off as I go. This next one, this would be 31. And then 32, 34, Next, coming down here, this one would be 42, 47, 49, and our last one is 54. Well, in order to find the middle, one, you can figure out how many numbers we have all together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, and we can, figure out what is the middle of that. You can also cross them off, but if you do that, you have to make sure, okay, I do one on the front, one on the back, one on the front, one on the back, one on the front, one on the back. Well, here I'm stuck with 2 numbers in the middle. So what I have to find now is what is the middle of those numbers? What is right in between 34 and 42? So to do that, I would average them. I would take 34 plus 42 and I would divide it by 2. Well, let's see. This would give me 76 divided by 2, which would give me 38, I believe. Let me check on that just to make sure. Yes, 38. Sometimes I second guess myself, but that's okay. All right, so in this case, the median, the middle number, even though it's not listed on there, it's still the middle of that list, is 38. On number 3, it's also number 5 on your quick check. Let me get to it on my other screen just to be safe. So I didn't write the whole problem, but I wrote which is false. So you're given 4 different options for your answers, and we want to know which one is not true about this data set. Okay? So with this, we're given 2 different fast food companies. Okay? And on your problem, it says the randomly selected delivery times in minutes of 2 fast food restaurants are as follows. These guys here. Okay, this table displays the randomly selected delivery times in minutes for 2 fast food restaurants. Okay, which statement is false? So, one thing we need to notice, let's see here. One says both fast food restaurants have the same mean, so we're going to have to find the mean of both of them. Both fast food restaurants have the same median, we're going to have to find the middle. Neither has an outlier, and both restaurants have exactly 1 modal delivery time. So we need to find the mean, median, and mode of this data set in order to figure out which one is false. Okay? Now, one that I think we can eliminate right away is this one here. Neither has an outlier. I think that is true. Neither one of them has an outlier. All of these numbers are fairly close together. Remember, outliers are numbers that are like way far away. Maybe one of them had a delivery time of like 75 minutes, right? Like something clearly went wrong. Okay, but that's not the case. So we can eliminate that one. All right. Now, I didn't leave myself enough room on my paper to do all this. So I'm going to try to get another sheet of paper in here as well. So let's focus on fast food 1 first. So fast food restaurant number 1. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to write all of these in order. I'm going to focus on the median first because then that'll help me find the mean and the mode as well. So I'm going to write them in order from least to greatest. All right. So let's see here. The lowest number I see is 37. And then I see 2 38s. And I'm going to cross them off as I go, so I make sure that I write all of them down. Then we got that 39, and then we have 2 40s. Then we have a 41, a 42, and a 45. Now, just by having these written in order, we can find quite a bit quickly. Let's see here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 numbers. Ooh, I love that because finding the the median is so much easier, right? Because we can think, okay, we'll cross these guys off, cross these guys off, cross these guys off, these ones. Look, 1 number in the center. So, starting off strong, we've already got our median, which is 40. Mode, that's the number that happens the most. In this case, this fast food restaurant happens to have two modes. It has 38 and 40. Those both happen the most, which is 2 times. Now, last we're going to find the median. We need to add all of those together. Okay, add all of those together. So, let's take a look at that. That means we've got 37 plus 38 plus 38 plus 39 plus 40 plus 40 plus 41 plus 42 plus 45. So that's 360 divided by 9, right? Because there were 9 numbers. Well, I know that right off the top of my head. That's going to be 40, right? Divided by 9 gives us 40. So we're partway there. Now we have all of that data figured out about fast food restaurant number 1. Now let's do the same thing for fast food restaurant number 2. I'm going to write all of them in order. Let me start by doing that. Let's see. Again, the lowest number I see is 37, but I see 2 of them. Next, I have 38. I don't see any 39s. Ooh, 4 40s. No, 3 40s, excuse me. 1, 2, 3. Then 41 and 41 and 46. Okay. With that, the median, remember, median is the middle number. So we should have 9 values again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So let's see. Cross these off. Cross these off. Cross these off. These. Oh, there it is. Ooh, 40 again. Mode is the most occurring number. In this case, that's our 40s. There are 3 of them. None of the other numbers repeat 3 times. So the mode is 40. And for the mean, we need to add all of those together. That gives me 37 plus 37 plus 38 plus 40 plus 40 plus 40 plus 41 plus 41 plus 46 gives me, oh, interesting, 360 again divided by 9. So the mean is also 40. Now, so we have all of this information about both of these restaurants, right? So now let's figure out which one is false. Both fast food restaurants have the same mean time of 40 minutes. Well, look at that. That's true. They both had a mean of 40. So that one's probably not going to work, right? We're looking for which one is false. Both fast food restaurants have the same median delivery time of 40 minutes. Well, median delivery time, 40 minutes. Oops, I can't see it. I'm sorry. Median, both of those medians are 40. So hopefully it's this last one. Both restaurants have exactly one modal delivery time of 40 minutes. That one, ding, 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 is false. So that would be the correct answer. Because, remember, fast food restaurant number 1 had 2 modes, right? This one only had 1, this one had 2. So that's where they don't match. All right, guys, I hope that helps. I know that last problem was a lot of work, so good job. And if you need more support, just let me know. Have a good day.